And at this point in time, Team Liquid Indonesia, they have went up against ONIC PH, against the man, Kelra, who managed to get himself an amazing Savage. And this is the fight for the perfect run here for the group stage. This is going to be a very amazing game here into the Land of Dawn.
History has already been defied as Team Liquid ID strikes first blood, taking a victory away from their rivals who stole their potential throne at M6. Now eager to push it all the way to the finish line with a clean sweep, will ONIC Philippines be able to stop them in their tracks? We are going to see if that is possible because, yeah, Team Liquid ID in game number 1 was terrifying.
Okay, looking at the emblem, so Master Assassin for Kelra. Other than a laning advantage, it does mean that he can catch the backliners off guard if ever this is the very aggressive Irithel that dives into the backline. You saw a heavy rotation downside for Liquid ID, but Keller read into it and decided to hug the turret to avoid getting ganked early on. So Liquid Indonesia, let's see if they're going to replicate their rotations from game number 1, wherein it was Kelra heavy, and then come the team fights, always look for super friends.
Looks like it's a bit hard to do that now since King Kong is being escorted very heavily by his team to just farm up as fast as possible. Alpha has one of the fastest jungle clears out of most heroes in the game, so that is something that they can take advantage of. So TLID don't really seem too perturbed. They're playing 4 Impure Rages, by the way.
Yeah. So Liquid Indonesia also, one of the players holding the Impure Rage.
Wait, connects with Fabian, but he's able to dash out just fine. I don't think either team really wants to force a fight just yet. Yehezkiel gets caught in the Void Crystal. ONIC is moving around as 4 very heavily.
Yeah, they know what they can get with a 4-man rotation plus an Alpha on their side. Brusco already trying to control Widdy Turtle. To see if King Kong will commit an ultimate to get closer.
Yeah, Fizz Break connects once again on Aran. Actually commits the Fizz Crack to it. Turtle dropping low, but Fabian's right on top of it as the glue is in the backline. RWM on both members, but ONIC actually getting chased down. The Split Blade connects on King Kong, pulls him back into Team Liquid ID, and the Circling Eagle to disengage as well. Turtle secured first blood as well to TLID.
That was a perfect entry by Aran. Committed the flicker once he knew where King Kong was, got him with the grab, and that meant that TLID have now denied a big snowball for ONIC PH happening within the first 4 minutes. Let's see what ONIC PH will do to equalize. They might try to go for steal in resources downside. Just gonna get the golem. Are they gonna go any deeper maybe as far as the orange buff? No, they won't.
I think Aeronshiki might have actually taken that with the Death Sonata, so...
Yeah, I think it did.
Team Liquid ID not even allowing ONIC to get free farm in their jungle. They want to be as efficient as possible. Aeronshiki takes a big amount of burst from Kelra, but guess what?
Widdy's
Here
here
is Widdy with the Circling Eagle! The knockdown into the Wisp, and the final auto attack takes out the Irithel.
On-point rotation. Widdy was there. Aeronshiki baiting out Kelra, making it look like, oh no, I'm so low. You might be able to get me. Here comes Brusco, though.
Brusco gets the kick onto the Valentina, right into the 2-man Spear of Alpha. Guiding Winslow pulls out Yehezkiel, and he steals the Spear of Alpha. Knocks up King Kong with it. Blade Surge connects Widdy. Picks up the kill on King Kong. Brusco with the 3-man knockup, but he's all by himself. So Yehezkiel finishes him off as well.
Badang pushing in the top lane. Liquid Indonesia pushing ONIC Philippines to their limits. Already 4-0 for the Indonesians and for the Team Liquid fans. Damn, this must feel so good.
This is such an unexpected result. We already know that Liquid can be pretty aggressive early on, but to have such big leads in the early game against ONIC of all teams in both games thus far is unheard of.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. ONIC PH has had many times before in their 4-0 series win streak against Liquid ID. We know them so well, but now Liquid ID have adapted, and it looks like they're reading ONIC PH incredibly well in this series. The fact that they're up this high, heading into the second turtle, let's see what else they can build.
This time though, ONIC does have control over the turtle pit. Aran tries to jump in, all of them at once. King Kong gets the turtle though. Split in backline. RWM finishes off. No, Fabian's alive. Okay, he finally gets bursted down by Kelra though. So ONIC PH currently coming out on top. Super Prince a bit too far up, has to flicker away as Brusco continues the fight, gets the cake purified by Widdy. Not enough damage from Aaron just yet. Team Liquid going to have to disengage with this.
Liquid Indonesia, really, I'm so impressed by how they're moving right now. Yes, they did lose members there, and they lost the turtle. Great execution by ONIC Philippines. At the same time, that could have been an even bigger ONIC Philippines win, if it feels like. The Liquid Indonesia of a few months ago would have continued fighting, would have tried to hunt Brusco, and would have fallen into the trap of getting surprised by Kelra, who was hiding in that shrub near where Brusco was standing, making himself look like an attractive target. But Liquid Indonesia decided to back off instead.
Yeah, there's been a lot of growth in terms of discipline for TLID throughout SPS here, and that's what makes them even scarier than they were at the M series. ONIC Philippines gonna need to figure out how to deal with that somewhat, but that previous engagement, getting the objective and a kill on Fabian, is going to help them catch up just a little bit there. The net worth difference actually only be about 1k, 6 minutes in, so it's not too bad. Blazers connects, and Super Prince nearly dies, but pops the Art of the M, finally gets bursted by Aaron Shiki, but he trades his own life in exchange as the rest of ONIC is surrounding Team Liquid. Split though will delay their entry, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. Clear Valpa, King Kong looking for Fabian, drops him to 40%, but doesn't quite get the finisher.
Wow, ONIC Philippines and Liquid Indonesia trading their own mid laners. Or actually, no, it was a trade win for ONIC Philippines since it was Aaron Shiki that was taken down. King Kong would have, okay, committed the ultimate, but can he get away from this safely?
Yeah, that's a two-man stun. Not quite enough though. Witty tried to pull Aran in, but King Kong was still able to get his way out of a sticky situation. TLID trying to find something in mid as well, but ONIC now switching into defensive play since they want to keep themselves alive for the turtle.
Yes, Keel. Let's see if we can get vision on to Super Prince and steal that real-world manipulation that's been problematic for ONIC PH to deal with, and Liquid Indonesia are bursting this turtle down.
Yep. Great zoning from Team Liquid. Very clean, very easy for Fabian to just get that turtle, blitz it down. ONIC already knew it was unlikely they could break through there, so they just gave it up.
Next big sequence might happen somewhere in the river, around the jungle area, usually with how these two move. So ONIC Philippines are trying to leverage the middle minion waves coming in. It's going to be around trying to hold it, but heavy presence around that area means that ONIC Philippines is showing themselves. Liquid will defend the turret in the mid, but now the center of the map in the river is being held by ONIC Philippines. Now they're going around in the four-man, again, the iconic 4-1 split of ONIC Philippines, sending King Kong alone in the far lane, while ONIC Philippines will try to find a push as 4.
And they are sticking to that formation right now, playing around mid lane, trying to catch TLID, rotating back down. Aran gonna scout the bush though, sees it, circling Eagle on Brusco, goes for the knock-up on Kirk instead. They're not really the angle TLID needs to start a fight though.
Yeah. ONIC Philippines has a good position right now with King Kong coming in a potential late entry angle, but now he's been spotted by Widi and Aaron Shiki. And see Liquid ID putting a lot of focus into holding the river right now. They know they can't give up position here, because if they do, ONIC Philippines might be able to get some victories with pushes. Now they changed the 4-1 split, but it was King Kong as the one. Now it's Kelra pushing down bottom that will get Fabian's attention. And usually at around this point, this means that within the next 10 seconds, one of these two might try to make a play for something.
I don't think it's going to be ONIC just yet. They're playing in a controlled state right now, knowing that they can split up Team Liquid potentially. Aranto gets caught with a fist crack. It's a full 5-man collapse. Art of the M popped by Hezkiel. Meanwhile, the kick in, Aran gonna be able to flicker back. Actually pulls King Kong out, but he loses his life over to the Irritel as Aaron Shiki is pulled in. Super Prince traded. Aaron Shiki finishing off King Kong, but he also loses his own life because he's just too far up. And Kelra with the burst damage. Triple kill.
ONIC Philippines might have just cracked the code that was Team Liquid Indonesia's hold in this game. But with Fabian and Widi still alive and King Kong and Super Prince just about to spawn, let's see if ONIC Philippines will be able to get this Lord. If ever it might be a contention, as Liquid Indonesia might have the bodies. 5v5 might be the number that we'll see for this first Lord fight.
And this is what I was talking about executional difficulty, right? It's a lot easier for ONIC to just run at Liquid with their abilities and set up space for Kelra. This Irritel has now reached a point where her best burst damage is a genuine threat to a team that doesn't have a lot of frontline bulk. And Aaron Shiki isn't able to reach them very safely. This is now a great timing for ONIC to play around.
Yeah, ONIC Philippines needs to be careful with regards to Iran Shiki getting kills. Sky Piercer as the second item. Brusco with a kick.
Ooh, misses the
untargetable.
kick actually. It was cancelled by the split.
Yeah.
And now Aran gonna jump back in, pulls
Not good.
Briscoe out, absolutely gonna be used, but Aaron Shiki is
Oh!
just died straight away. Kelra with the eyes on the back line, picks off one, and he's
alive!
not actually dead. Witty will finally finish him off, but what does it cost? Two members already down. Kirk though isolated.
Wow!
And now Team Liquid ID looking for the reversal. Split on Aran. Pulls King Kong back, but gets cancelled by Spear of Alpha. Fabian is right here. Yehezkiel dishing out the DPS, and they're just keeping the Alpha locked down forever. It is a 4-for-1 trade for TLID.
The turnaround by Liquid. It was started off by ONIC Philippines, but it was finished by Liquid Indonesia. Fabian had no right to survive that long, but he was dancing left and right. Kelra, as we expected, would play the aggressive form of the Irithel, going for the chase. The Master Assassin might have helped him out deal that damage early on, but Widdy saving Fabian. The link up between the roamer and the jungle. Fabian was brought low. He had to reposition, use the guiding wind. Widdy was able to get the kill too onto Kelra. What a response by Liquid.
You can tell that they just know what their opponents are trying to do. TLID, when they started that fight, I actually thought it was questionable. Like, why would you position yourself like this? And it looked like they were immediately punished when Kelra dived in with the burst. But they were just waiting for it. They were baiting it. And this is why Matilda is so powerful in team fights as well. That flask of the Oasis, giving everyone so much extra shield. ONIC were not prepared.
Now BOD. The hands of Aaron Shiki wasn't able to get a kill in that sequence. He was the one taken down, but at this point, that damage of the Granger will be problematic for the front lines of ONIC Philippines. They'll have to juggle front line distribution between the jungle, the roam, in the EXP, but King Kong's getting punished and poked.
That is down to 30%. He's going to be able to escape, but there's no resources left. And now they're committing the fist crack onto Kirk himself. Briscoe gets pulled out, gets finished off. Aaron Shiki just blows him up. And the top inhibitor is now gone as well. Team Liquid ID moments away from creating history as they are looking for the clean sweep.
Yehezkiel's real-world manipulation steals have been on point. The activations, it's countered Super Prince's own real-world manipulation every time, but Liquid enters!
Fabian tries to go aggressive. Widdy pulls him out, sacrifices his own life for it. I think that's pretty worth it, actually.
Windtalker built up by Kelra, ONIC Philippines. Worth trade, definitely. As now they are down to 2 turrets in their base. The middle and the top turrets of Liquid Indonesia, first tiers, still stand. 6,000 gold lead. ONIC Philippines has the window to push out. Let's see what they can get.
ONIC trying to burst the mid lane with 5 members. Aran gets knocked up. Split comes out.
Oh,
Kurt too deep. He's caught by himself and he's just gone. Super Prince down to half HP as well. As we see Aaron continuing to scout the bushes with that Death Sonata.
That looked like a miscommunication between Kirk and the rest of ONIC Philippines. What looked like, I thought, was just Brusco trying to bait out abilities. They were able to bait out the split. Kirk looked like he was ready to full commit, thinking that maybe ONIC Philippines would go for the full dive, as there was the alpha coming in from the purple shrub area, the purple buff area of Liquid Indonesia, but they've all decided to back off, leaving Kirk getting picked off.
RWM early just to clear the way from Super Prince. Means
Ouch.
you won't have it for the next fight if ONIC needs it. Team Liquid, though, just pushing them back, keeping them in the base, because the Lord is up.
This contention might be risky. Kelra just used his heavy crossbow. Won't have it back for another 20 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just a little bit longer. ONIC Philippines, though, they're trying to see if they can somehow miraculously steal it away. It might be way too risky.
Briscoe trying to look for it, gets the knockup, but Aaron Shiki secures the Lord anyway, and that is a Cho dead. King Kong now being caught by the split. Once again, Spear of Alpha to escape.
Winter
Crown used as well as Kirk is being chased down the other side. Kelra with Yehezkiel in 1v1. He will end up taking out the Valentina, but what does it cost? There's already a double kill for Aaron Shiki, and the base is wide open up top. Super Prince trying to defend, trying to keep their win streak against TLID alive. There's only a single minion there. Kelra has recalled. The Blade Surge connects. Unstoppable for Aaron Shiki. It's Kelra versus the world, but the world will not let him answer as Team Liquid ID subverts history and takes the clean sweep.
4 series loss to ONIC Philippines in a row, but Liquid Indonesia finally gets sweet revenge and finish off